Hey guys, welcome back to Shots of Victory. I'm Blake,
And I'm Rocky.
and today we'll be talking about Raw, NXT SmackDown, and NFL Week 2 results, and then we'll do predictions of tonight's game.
And I am your reigning, defending champion.
So since you're defending champion, you're going to defend tonight?
Absolutely.
Okay, so we'll get to that later, but first, we'll start off with Raw. So first, we had a great match, great 8-man tag street fight, which was good, against Wyatt Six and American Made. Just a lot. It was just a good match. It was with everyone but Howdy. So Howdy was just kind of sitting there on the chairs watching it. I mean, it's not really much to say. It was a good match.
Yeah, I really liked the match, honestly. The spots with Nikki Cross and Ivy Now were really good in that match.
Nikki Cross looked good.
Mm-hmm.
She also got like an extension, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think she did.
Mm-hmm. I know she just. I don't know for how long. I mean, I'm guessing this is the last match we're getting for our Wyatt Six and American Made.
Yeah, I think so. Who do you think the Wyatt Six will go after next?
We'll get into that later.
Okay.
But could you see one more match happening?
I don't think so.
Did we have we had that Chad? Howdy
Yeah.
101?
Yeah, we got the Chad Howdy one-on-one.
Okay, I has to know if it ended in like DQ.
No, Howdy got a clean victory.
Okay. So yeah, I thought that looks the end. I mean, everyone looked good. Ivy looked good. I don't know what I meant. Okay. I didn't mean not Ivy. Ivy did look good. That's not what I meant. I meant Nikki.
Yeah.
God, not Gacy.
Loomis.
Loomis looks so cool.
Loomis is my favorite out of the Wyatt Six.
I don't know. I love all of them.
Look-wise.
Oh yeah, look-wise, yeah. Gacy, it's just
Gacy.
Gacy like looked good for his role. I can't get behind it, but like for his role, it makes sense.
Yeah, it totally makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, and then Rowan, just Rowan. There's nothing like really.
He just looks like he did back in the Wyatt family.
Yeah, he just looks the same. But
Yeah.
anyways, after that we had Finn come out. Just his Titantron looking a little questionable. It was an F and then 3 X's, so take that what you will. But he calls out Damian Priest, and they make their match official for Bad Blood. So I'm guessing this feud's gonna stay till Mania.
Absolutely.
I feel like a lot of the feuds we're getting right now are staying till Mania.
It's because Triple H always does long-term booking.
But like I know, because there's been rumors that Liv and Rhea are gonna be like till Mania. And it's like I don't know about
serious?
that. Yeah, it's I read, but
Oh my gosh.
I don't know if I believe that.
I honestly think the feud ends at Survivor Series.
Survivor Series.
Yep.
That would be a third, I guess.
What do you mean?
Wait, is that the third match between them?
They had the first at SummerSlam.
I'm not counting the tag match.
Oh, so I wasn't thinking Survivor Series singles.
Oh, you're thinking team. That's why people were saying that's gonna happen. Team Leah versus Liv. But
And do you know who Team Liv is? Your favorites.
Charlotte,
Yeah.
Becky.
I really wish so.
I don't know because it could also just be Damage Control, and
Versus Pure Fusion Collective.
let's go. But I don't know. We'll see. I hope that Liv and Rhea doesn't go that long.
I don't either because I have a really good hot take, honestly.
What?
Rhea being the champion hinders the Raw Women's division.
Liv being champ hinders the Raw.
No, it doesn't.
She just needs to be face. If Liv's face, then we're fine. Because we have so many heels on Raw.
We do?
I guess
Pure Fusion Collective is like the only heels I can think of.
Damage Control just went to face though. So
Yeah,
never
their
mind.
faces. That's what I was thinking because I was thinking that Io Sky versus Liv Morgan would be a great match.
I feel like we should just get all of Damage Control versus them.
Yeah,
That would be good.
that's what I was thinking after the Survivor Series match.
Because like, honestly, what they need to do is have Rhea go to SmackDown.
Honestly, and I would like if they traded Rhea.
Bailey.
I was thinking, yeah, actually Bailey or Naomi.
No, because Naomi kind of just fits in with like Jade and Bianca.
That is true.
Because they're friends, they're feuding, so like they kind of just like fit in together.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ooh, Bailey versus Liv would go so good.
yeah,
That would be the Mania match probably,
But
or Liv versus Becky if Becky returns.
yeah. My main thing with Bailey going to SmackDown, even going to Raw, it's just gonna go back into damage control, and I really don't want that.
Yeah,
Like I'm fine if
that's why I was thinking Naomi.
have like Nia,
Nia, really, the champ?
like when she loses.
When do you think she's gonna lose?
I don't know.
I see Royal Rumble, honestly.
I say to your, well, because I'm kind of behind Santi.
What, the Charlotte versus Tiffy?
Yeah, I think Tiffy cashes in at Rumble,
Mm-hmm.
and then we get Charlotte's return, then winning Rumble.
That's what I was thinking, but I was thinking Nia and Tiffy would have a feud at Elimination Chamber. That's what I was thinking.
Yeah, they can have that.
And then loser leaves brand.
I keep forgetting. Okay, so it's Chamber. Whoever wins that wins the title.
Huh?
Is that what they did last year for
What?
Chamber? Whoever wins the Chamber gets the title shot.
That's what they did last year, but it's not always like that.
I'm guessing that's how we're gonna.
They
have
sometimes do it for championships.
it. Yeah, but
Like they did it for U.S. title not so long ago.
yeah, someone Austin 31 again. I don't know how that worked.
Yep. A-Town, down.
Hey, now that I don't, I'll get in that in a second actually.
Mm-hmm.
But I guess we'll see. I don't know. They could do that. I don't really like when they do that though.
Yeah.
But also, I think
I mean, we didn't even watch the Elimination Chamber last year.
we watched parts.
We were asleep for half
It was
of it.
also at like 5 a.m.
I don't know. I don't think they're gonna do that again. Probably.
I don't know what. Well, yeah, because it's. I don't know where it's at. It was also our decision to stay up all night for it.
That was such a terrible decision.
You know what's a good decision?
What?
To get back on topic.
Okay.
Judgment Day then beat down the Terror Twins, and then Jey Uso comes out for the save.
Mm-hmm.
I think. No, this wasn't the one Rhea got injured. That was
No,
last
Rhea
week.
was last week. Yeah.
Did Priest cover Rhea?
Yeah, Priest covered Rhea.
Yeah, Priest covered Rhea, and then they both went to the hospital.
Yep.
A medical facility.
Local medical
Yeah.
facility. Can't say that H word around here.
But they do, like, I don't know, it's just so...
Pat was the one saying it, and
No,
Michael would always correct
There
him.
was one, like, for when Punk got injured against Drew.
Oh.
They said hospital.
Mm-hmm.
But,
They're not supposed to.
yeah. Judgment Day stood tall, so I like that. They're finally looking good.
Mm-hmm.
Which was my main problem with the feud. They just never stand tall. They don't look good ever.
Mm-hmm.
Because, like, you're outnumbering them, but you're losing to two people. How does that make
Exactly.
sense?
Something that also didn't make sense is just ran away from one person named Jey Uso.
Yeah. What else doesn't make sense? You have the tag champs.
Not defending the tag champ.
Not even that. Just the tag champs, the women's champ, and then Dom, the biggest heel in the company.
Mm-hmm.
Both being demolished or scared of two people. Like...
Exactly. And I get that they were both former champions this year, but they don't need to look that good. Like, you see what they're doing with Roman Reigns? He gets beat up sometimes. You're allowed to
He
get...
just came back. Well,
He did
did not come back. He came back, then got hurt, and then hasn't came back yet.
Exactly.
Yeah. Anyways, Bianca Belair and Jade Cargill had a match against Unholy Union.
For the tag titles.
Which they retained.
It was an okay match. I'd rather see Damage Control versus them.
I'm trying to remember, backstage segment, we did see those two.
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, we saw Bianca and Jade. We're just bragging, saying how they want the champs, being hype. Then, was it Io and Kyrie?
Yeah, but since Coda's hurt.
Had a little stare down with... I guess you're hurt. Does that mean you can't show up on TV?
Yes.
Dom did it.
Dom's Dom.
Mhm.
And he needed to for the story.
Yeah. But it's like...
They're not heels anymore, so...
That's what I just don't understand. Just like... you can, but she's like the main vocal piece for them.
That is true, since the other two speak foreign
Yeah.
language.
That's what I'm saying, like... But it's fine, I guess.
When is Asuka coming back?
She's on her recovery, so... I'm guessing Rumble.
Yeah.
Or, depending how Survivor Series looks.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see. Next we had the show was in Canada, I think, right?
Yes, it was.
So we had the return of the Hitman himself, Bret Hart.
Mm-hmm.
He did a little promo. Gunther then came out. Gunther. Then once this all started happening, you could tell what was leading into.
Goldberg.
But it looked really Gunther. His promo was great
Do you know why his promos are getting great?
because he's the GOAT.
No, because he's getting ready for John Cena.
No, he's
Yeah.
getting ready for Logan Paul.
Wrong brand.
Logan Paul just had was on Instagram Live earlier with Mr. Beast and the Rizzler.
What?
They're now making Lunchables, but with Mr. Beast bars and Prime in it.
Oh my gosh, that's like the most unhealthy Lunchable I've ever heard.
I know. Anyways, but Gunther hit Bret with a little. You were always my favorite wrestler behind his all-time favorite, Goldberg.
Which seems so out of character for him, since Goldberg is like not a technical wrestler.
He's
like
not a good wrestler. That was the point.
Yeah.
That was the joke.
Yeah.
Because he's not a good wrestler. And then Gunther was like, it's kind of like a passing the torch because you're here, you're one of the best we had, and now Gunther's the best they have.
Mm-hmm.
And then Sammy came out, which was kind of obvious that was going to happen once Gunther came out.
Yep, and Sami Zayn defends Bret Hart.
Yeah, then Sammy asked for a match. Gunther says, no, you don't deserve it. And then they brawl. Wait. No, Bret said,
Bret called him a coward.
yeah, that's not very champ-like.
Then Sammy jumped out of the ring, Gunther beat him up, and ref split him up.
Mm-hmm. So I'm guessing that's Bad Blood,
Bad blood, yeah.
which I'm fine with.
Speaking of which, why is there so many bad blood matches?
What do we have so far? We have can we get in this, talk about that later?
Yeah.
Because we still have to, a match that needs to be official.
Yeah.
Um,
I'm just gonna pull it up really quick.
yeah. Do you have anything else to say about that, though?
I just didn't like how they just used Bret Hart as like a plot device, basically.
I mean, that's kind of what I don't know but what else we were expecting him to be there for.
Maybe to get like, I don't know.
I feel like it only would have made sense for a return,
Yeah, like if he had announced Natty's return, basically.
but that got announced later, so it's like
Mm-hmm.
it makes sense. But honestly, yeah, you didn't like it, but they used it well. It was good.
Yeah. They have
But-
5 announced matches.
Okay, I'm guessing that's it.
I mean,
Oh, yeah.
Gunther. That's not
Well,
announced
but
yet.
also because they want the other
Anyways.
They drink. No, but I think it's because they want to build Bad Blood to be a main PLE again.
Yeah, I want to see Bad Blood as main pay-per-view.
Because I think it's gonna be a recurring.
Yeah.
So I'm not mad with it. I think they're wanting to. What is this gonna be the equivalent of?
Hell in a Cell.
Well, know that, but because they're wanting SummerSlam to be the new Mania.
Yeah. So this is the new SummerSlam.
No, I'm trying to think of just the road to Mania. What do we have?
This is the road to
Is this
Survivor
the
Series.
Backlash kind of? No, they're Money in the Bank. I don't know. Well, I don't know.
Yeah. One of the matches isn't even announced who it is. We'll talk about that later.
What? What match? Oh,
Yeah.
okay. I was confused. Who were we talking about?
Mm-hmm.
God, we went. Are we done with that?
Yeah.
Okay. Then we had Dom beat Dragon Lee with the help of Liv Morgan and the rest of them, I think.
Yeah, they were out there.
And I think
Did Abuya chase him away?
no.
Oh.
I think they were just back and forth with Ray and Dragon Lee,
Yeah, I think so.
and then Finn and JD.
Hmm.
So I'm guessing, depending on how Monday goes, if this is the new food we're gonna get.
It probably is. Imagine we get that at Survivor Series.
It won't be for Survivor Series. It's not gonna be a PLE.
You sure about that? Oh shoot, we got Crown Jewel. I forgot that Crown Jewel's on the way.
Crown Jewel. I think that's when they're gonna debut the women's mid-card title.
Yeah, I think so too because that's where they debuted their last title. I mean, the last new championship for the main roster.
Plus, what they're doing recently is like they want to have they're building like big matches for Saudi events.
Mm-hmm.
So I think they're trying to set a new thing.
Yeah, and
maybe that's why they haven't changed from Jada Parker. Not Jada Parker. What's her name?
Kalani Jordan.
Yeah, maybe that's why they just kept on Kalani Jordan, just to see how it is.
Mm-hmm.
See how people like it. I'd be fine with that.
Yeah. Who do you think would win it though?
I mean, too many people.
Michin.
I don't know. Santi's fine with that. I'm not fine with that. I don't know. There's like I would say Tiffany, but Tiffany has Money in the Bank.
Chelsea Green.
Yeah, I'd see that. What brand would it go on?
Both brands probably. That's what they used to do with
I'd be fine with that.
Yeah, that's what they used to do with the tag titles for there used to be only one set of tag titles for men's.
Yeah. I'd be fine with that. Chelsea can win that.
Mm-hmm.
But no, if New Day doesn't win tonight... Yeah, we've already said it's Monday. Yeah. So if New Day doesn't win tonight, then I'm guessing we're getting LWO versus JD
At Crown Jewel.
at Monday Night Raw before Crown Jewel.
True, because tag titles are never on it.
Because no titles were on it. Because even LA Knight's doing stuff before.
Hey.
Which that's fine. I don't care. Then we had Pure Fusion Collective versus Lena Vega and Lyra. And then a mysterious partner. Guess who it's gonna be?
Tatum Baxley.
It was Nat.
Yay!
Yay.
All that build up on NXT for nothing.
I mean, yeah, like, I'm so fine with it though. I don't really care.
Why was she out?
Who?
Natalia.
Like out there?
No, like why was she like just returning tonight? Was she injured?
No, just doesn't have. There's just nothing for her to do.
Oh.
The thing is, Natalia's done like everything. She's just there for like meaningless feuds to build people up.
Mhm.
Then we had a Drew McIntyre promo. Then he just starts yelling at Wade Barrett for some reason.
Because he's his best friend.
I would love to see Wade Barrett just get in one more match.
They've been building it up so much. Like
They
the
have
commentators have been getting physical with the wrestlers.
Corey can do a match. Wade
Michael
can do.
Cole can do a match.
And then Adam Pearce comes out, talks about Drew, talks about Punk. Probably highlight of the night. Makes a match official between Punk and Drew
Mhm.
for Bad Blood. But it's not any other match. It's a special match. It's Hell in a Cell match.
See.
This has to end the feud.
Yeah, it is 100% the end of the feud. And I
Yeah,
think we both know who's going to win.
Punk.
Absolutely. Because Drew doesn't need to win to boost himself. Punk needs to win to boost himself. Because I feel like it's going to be Punk versus Gunther next.
We're getting Gunther versus Punk at
Survivor Series?
yeah.
Or would they do that at Crown Jewel?
No, because Punk and Survivor Series now have just they're just history together.
Yeah, I agree.
A year after his return, going back to the place he was at to do
It's in Toronto, isn't it?
yeah. I meant like the PLE he returned at.
I know.
Okay.
I'm just thinking.
Plus Drew, what's next for Drew if we're on it? I think he might go for Braun. I see.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking.
I'd be fine with that.
When do you think Seth's returning? Rumble?
No. After Survivor Series, maybe.
Maybe.
The thing is he? Why is he out? Is it kayfabe or is it just actually injured?
Actual injury. He was
Oh.
injured during his Money in the Bank match.
I thought he was injured during
He's been
Braun.
injured this entire year.
I thought he was injured during Braun.
What do you mean?
Like when Braun attacked him.
Bronson?
Yeah.
That was a kayfabe.
Oh, okay.
That was just to write him out because he had been nursing an injury all year.
Okay.
But he wrestled through the Damian match just so that Damian could look like a real champ going against Gunther.
Okay.
He's been nursing that injury since Jinder Mahal injured him in January.
Oh, that would be great for Survivor Series. That was off topic. Sorry, but I was thinking Punk had his return against who? What match and who was in that match?
Drew McIntyre.
Well, yes, but Seth as well. And who was mad at that? Seth. So that's a great way to get, and that started the Mania feud. So we get that. Punk gets mad. Then that's how we start setting up that Mania feud.
Exactly.
I'm fine with that.
Me too.
When Survivor Series, is that November?
End of November.
Yeah.
It's like the last day of November.
Yeah. I'm fine with that. But that means, I don't know.
What? We have Crown Jewel, so it doesn't matter.
I was saying because Rock.
Yeah, what about
We're
it?
going to get Seth and Rock same night.
Who said Rock's returning at Survivor Series?
Because it's Bloodline. I don't know. I just have that. I just have that on my bingo card. How about we let's get done with Raw real quick. But yeah, so you get Drew versus Punk, Hell in a Cell.
Booyaka.
Didn't Liv and Rhea match get confirmed this week? Or was that last week?
I think that was last week.
Okay, well, I don't know what it was, but
Yeah, it was last week.
okay. Jey Uso then wins the Fatal 4-Way by pinning Butch to become the #1 contender for the IC champion. It was Butch, Jey, Ilya, and then Braun Strowman.
Hey, you missed a match.
Oh.
Booyaka.
I thought it was. Okay, before that, we had Ray beat Finn Balor by disqualification as Finn Balor chokes him on the ropes for a long time.
Yep. Do you think that writes out Ray?
No. There's no need to.
Yeah, there is no need to write out Ray since they're just starting a rivalry.
Plus, we also, they were just writing off Kofi and Xavier, all the time.
Exactly.
And they wrote off... not Apollo.
Apollo!
Anyways, let's go back to the match I was talking about. Jey versus Braun versus Butch versus Ilya. It was a pretty good match.
Butch.
I thought Butch was going to win so many points.
He's a Butch.
Yeah. But Jey wins. We're getting Jey versus Braun. I'm guessing Raw before Bad Blood.
Yep, since it isn't announced for Bad Blood.
That's fine. Obviously, since it's not on a PLE, Braun's not going to lose.
Mm-hmm.
We're just starting this feud.
Remember, Jey Uso never gets a singles accomplishment. That'd be so silly if you got one, honestly.
He's the main event, but he's not going to do anything. We're going to break him off from the tag team. To do what? Put him in a tag team. They can win the tag champs.
With Cody Rhodes.
Yup. Anyways, let's get off of...
Okay, starting off with NXT, we got Fraxium versus the Street Profits for the Tag Team Championships, where the Street Profits technically win by disqualification since the Bloodline attacked them, but Fraxium retained their titles as the Bloodline attacks everyone in this, and yeah, they stand tall.
The match was good before the Bloodline got involved.
Yeah, and the Street Profits were about to win it anyways.
Yeah. But I'm guessing that's just going to keep leading into the Street Profits feud, which I'm fine with.
I have a hot take.
What?
Fraxium's the best NXT tag team.
It's not. I think it's just known. Because men's tags, we don't have a lot.
No, like, of all time.
Oh. That's fine. I don't care. I don't watch NXT that much, before this.
Yeah.
No.
What?
Not soon. Once Motor City Machine Guns come in. God, it's never happening.
Fraxium, better.
I just hate Fraxium.
Come on.
I just don't like Axiom.
Why?
I like his appearance. I just don't like his voice.
We should get A-Kid back.
Anyways.
Julia's debut match against Chelsea Green. And, of course, Julia wins this match since it's her debut match, and she's building up for her match against Roxanne on the NXT debut on the CW Network.
That's going to be it. CW Network, first day's looking so good.
With CM Punk.
Coming with Cora Jade, supposedly. Obviously, though.
Obviously.
Wesley versus whatever his name is.
Zachary Wentz.
Yup, that match is going to be happening. Street Fight, I think it said.
Yep.
That's going to be good. Yeah.
Yeah.
Wait, isn't Randy coming too?
That's the second week of the CW Network.
Why is Randy coming?
Because it's gonna be in St. Louis, his hometown.
Okay, but what's he gonna do? Oba? Yes, please.
Please?
No, I say we have Randy do the Heritage Cup. Speaking of Heritage Cup,
Speaking of Heritage Cup, it is Javon Evans and Charlie Dempsey. And Charlie
where's your accent coming from?
Charlie Dempsey wins the first fall, then Javon wins the second fall, then Charlie Dempsey wins the third fall because Tavion Heights gets interfered. He's back from Japan. He's not dead.
Sadly.
And Charlie Dempsey retains the
I hope they
Cup.
all just die. Whoever
Like Damon
holds...
Kemp.
Oh, Damon Kemp comes back and just kills Charlie.
He's dead.
No. He's gonna come back. He's the Undertaker.
They've killed 2 people now. First Drew Goo, and now Damon Kemp.
Don't call him Drew Goo. I don't like Drew Goo.
Drew Goo.
Okay.
Goo goo goo.
Oba.
Speaking of Oba,
Okay.
Oba Femi defeats Alexander Hamilton.
Which was the special guest,
Special guest.
surprise person who,
We love special guests.
surprise person that, what's his name? The mafia boss guy.
Tony
paid.
D'Angelo.
Yup, Tony D'Angelo paid for it, which,
It was a big stack of cash.
yeah, we got so much hype just for some guy from TNA no one knows about.
Should have been Moose.
Should have been Moose, should have been
Omos.
Omos, should have been Keith Lee.
Should have been.
I literally would have taken anyone besides this guy.
Should have been my dude.
I literally would have taken, like,
I would have taken you over him.
what's the guy's name from not Rags to Riches.
Cedric.
No, the other guy. Ashante's old partner.
Oh, Top Dollar.
Yeah, I literally would have taken Top Dollar. I'm happy. Who's better than Top Dollar? A lot of.
I have somebody that's better than him.
Who?
Ricky Gibson.
He is a tag champ right now.
Exactly.
Ricky's not alive yet, though. So let's go talk about the next match.
It is Ridge Holland versus Duke Hudson. And Ridge Holland obviously wins this match, and after the match he beats Duke Hudson down with the barricade that he ripped off.
Which, who did that before him?
That was...
Didn't Eric Rowan do that?
Yeah.
That was...
And also... Oh, shoot. We forgot to talk about Bronson Reed in attacking Braun
I don't
Strowman.
care about Bronson Reed. But anyways,
Super
during the
Reed.
Fatal 4-Way on Raw, Bronson Reed jumped on Braun, and he was out for the match.
That's how they took him out for the match.
Yup.
And then Jordan Grace had her open challenge, which Sol Ruka answered the challenge and out. And it was a pretty good match until Wendy Chu and Rosemary interrupted the match, and I was super mad about that. We don't need this. We don't need Wendy Chu and Rosemary.
I'm guessing Rosemary's going to be the TNA feud for Jordan Grace.
Yep. And why do we need Wendy Chu in this?
Because she's asleep. 7 Nightmare. We need to wake her up.
We need to wake her up. Tatum Paxley, go wake her up.
She's sleeping.
She broke Tatum Paxley's dolls, dude. What the? Who does that? That's so rude.
That's so rude.
Sol Ruka is coming to save the day.
Yay.
Okay, then we got the main event: Trick Williams versus Pete Dunne in a last man standing match. So they are both on top of the 15-foot podium thing.
What is that thing?
It's where Ova stands when he wants to be.
It's just used randomly. I don't know what it is, but people just use it. I'm confused.
Yeah. So then they go flying off of it into some tables. Trick's getting up. Ethan comes out. He's about to hit him with the championship, but Trick throws him through the announce table and wins the match. And now he's the number one contender, I guess, on the CW Network debut.
So he's probably going to win that,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm fine with.
Whoop that Trick.
And then we have SmackDown. SmackDown's number one episode for...
USA Network.
Yep. Which was a good episode. We'll get into it. Triple H comes out, welcomes all the fans to the new era of SmackDown.
Hold up. Let's talk about that new theme song.
Oh, yeah. So, I don't know if any of you know this. Def Rebel and WWE will not be in works soon. And we're getting actual artists doing music now.
SmackDown theme song? Oh my gosh.
It's by, Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's alright.
The graphics, oh my
Their new
gosh.
graphics look great.
This new graphics team looks so good.
It's good.
Why can't they have this on Raw?
We probably will soon. Because once we go to Netflix.
Well, they're both on USA, so why can't they both have them?
Because Raw's leaving soon. They don't want to put effort in that.
True.
And SmackDown's...
Let's bury Raw.
They're making it 2 hours, so...
Yep, burying it.
Oh. Then we had Cody Rhodes versus Solo Sikoa in a steel cage match.
It was an okay match.
Solo's best match of his career.
100%, because Solo doesn't have good matches.
Yeah. Solo just kept, not tapping out.
Cody kept trying to escape the cage.
Yeah, and then...
Solo would pull him back in.
And then Cody would just do a little crossroads.
And he kicked out of the first
That's what it was,
Crossroads.
kicked out. Solo would just keep kicking out after kicking out. Then eventually...
Crossroads.
Then we had Solo get pinned. 1, 2, 3.
Then we have... Wah, 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 wah.
Tamatonga come out. Jacob Fatu come out. Tonga Loa come out.
Infamous Tongaloa.
They all just attack Cody. Then Jacob goes to the top of the cage, almost hits a moonsault off, but Roman comes out, beats them all down. I think we have a one-on-one with Jacob and Roman, don't we?
No.
Yeah, it was.
No.
There was a look on.
He pushed
Face
him.
to face.
He just shoved him out of the cage.
And then Solo took him out. So I think it's building of that feud. But that's all I got really to say.
I love how he says "I love you" Solo. It's like, I don't know how he does it. It just sounds so cool.
It was a good match though.
This is his one emote.
Cause he's doing an inside job.
He's working for Roman Reigns.
Yep. Next we had Michin beat Piper Niven.
Yes.
And Chelsea Green and Piper Niven beat her down after the match.
They used a trash can to beat her down. Well, Chelsea did a what is it called? Unpretty her on the trash can.
Yeah. Which, I don't know why. I like these two as a tag team, but they kind of need to break apart.
What?
Because I want to see Chelsea versus Piper.
Why?
It'd be a good match.
Chelsea needs her little defender.
I just want to see Chelsea just get murdered by
No.
Piper.
Chelsea needs to win the title, then she can get murdered.
Or she gets murdered during the title. But next, we had KO and a mystery opponent versus A-Town Down Under. Sadly, Randy could not make it to the show, so we had to get...
Ricky Gibson!
Yep, the tag team champ for whatever brand he's on.
Midnight Express.
Yeah. He was there, but then we got word that Randy actually was able to make it.
Mm-hmm.
KO stunners him. Randy comes out. Guess what we don't get tonight?
Ricky Gibson.
Nope.
No
Austin
turn.
Theory's turn. We don't get that yet. Don't know when we're getting it. It's like Otis all over again.
So great.
But maybe since now we have Songs back, face Austin Theory can get the I be popping bottles.
I'll be popping bottles.
That would, I hope we get that. But yeah, that match was alright. Just like the turn just needs to happen soon. Then we had a Nia Jax, Tiffy, Bailey, and Naomi promo.
And it set up a tag team match for next week, I think. What are the stipulations for the tag team match?
I don't know.
I know it's like if somebody I think it's if whoever pins gets to face Nia, and if they get pinned, they leave the brand.
Yeah. I don't think they're gonna get pinned, probably.
Yeah, probably not.
At one point, I thought Charlotte was about to make her return.
Honestly, yeah.
I forget when. I think it was just Bailey getting beat down.
No, that wasn't this episode.
I don't remember. There was a point where I thought just Charlotte was gonna come out.
Mm-hmm.
But then we had Andrade beat Carmelo Hayes,
Mm-hmm.
and we'll face LA Knight for the title. It was a great match. They did like one thing off like the barricade.
That was so
Oh
great.
my gosh, these two, their matches are so good together.
I'm kind of sad this is probably the end of their series.
It's gonna go to Game 7.
It is?
Yeah, they're making it in basketball terms. They're saying Game 7, not like Game 5. So it means it's going to Game 7.
Mm-hmm.
Because Carmelo Hayes is gonna cost him the match.
Yeah. So Melo would need to win the next two.
He needs in the next one.
Yeah, so it'd be tied 3-3, and I'm guessing Melo's going to come out on top in the feud.
I don't know. He could. But then also there was a what's the other Mexican faction?
Legado del
Yeah.
Fantasma.
Saying like the real leader, like and like there's like just like hinting at like the whole plan's coming up to apart.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe there's something with Andrade there that he's the true leader.
Yeah.
And that's why he's going for the title.
That might be something.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Is he still the Speed champion?
I think so.
Is Speed even a thing anymore?
Yeah.
Okay, I haven't heard anything about it.
No, I think it's a thing.
But speaking of which, during this match, during SmackDown, we had a Nick Aldis promo, just talking about Cody and stuff. And the back, there was a certain symbol, a certain Wyatt Six symbol.
Yeah, he's still WWE Speed Champ.
So I'm guessing that means someone from SmackDown is going to be feuding with this Wyatt Six next.
Who could it be?
I think the last time we saw the Wyatt Six logo was Damage Control.
Mm-hmm.
So, who else is from there? Bailey.
Ooh.
But my only thing was that we don't have enough women right now. But
Agreed.
technically, we had Io and Kyrie, and Nikki, and a mystery returning Alexa Bliss.
That is true.
Maybe.
But Damage Control are faces, so I don't think that would work.
Yeah. Nikki Cross and them aren't. They're
Nikki
heels.
Cross is the face.
They are? They're
Yeah.
heels.
That's why American Made are heels.
Wyatt Six it's just weird. They're faces and heels.
Yeah.
So I mean, it would still work.
Mm-hmm.
But anyways, main event. We had Roman Reigns come do some stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Cody comes and do some stuff. They beat down the Bloodline. They shake hands, sign a contract.
Mm-hmm.
Match is official. Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes versus Jacob Fatu and Solo Sikoa for Bad Blood.
Absolutely.
And the main event, probably.
I don't want that, honestly. I want him to be the opener.
It's Cody's hometown.
I know, but you need to have a Hell in a Cell match.
Yeah. I didn't really want Cody in this match. I wanted it to be Jimmy.
That's what I wanted as well.
But from a story point of view, and then just it's Cody's hometown, it makes sense.
And also, since he's teaming up with the bad guys, technically.
That's what I was saying from a story point. That's from
KO and Randy.
Yeah, they're gonna get mad at that probably. That's how we get Cody helping Roman at Survivor Series.
Yeah.
There's builds into that.
And then that gives us Randy versus Cody at Mania.
Yeah, if Rock doesn't come back.
That's gonna be a Royal Rumble.
What?
Cody versus Rock.
Maybe. But that's it for SmackDown. Do you have anything else to say?
Not really.
Okay, we'll get into NFL Week 2 results.
Okay, so now we're on to the NFL part of this. So, would you want to do the first game?
I can do the first game. It was 31 Bills at the Dolphins. They got 10.
Yep.
I don't know why I read it like that. Bills at Dolphins. Bills had 34. Dolphins had 10. Bills won.
Yep.
Tua got concussed. So now everyone's saying he should just retire.
Mm-hmm. He honestly should.
He's too young. He has the money now with his new contract. Just retire.
Just pull an Andrew Luck.
Yeah, to be honest. James Cook and Devon Achane dominated for both teams.
Yeah.
James Cook had 4 touchdowns?
3, I think.
James Cook and Josh Allen are just going to carry the team.
And Devon Achane led both the team in receiving and rushing.
I think Tyreek sucked this game.
Yeah, he did. He got me 6 fantasy points.
I know, Sim.
Then the next game was the 49ers at the Vikings, where the Vikings pulled up an upset win, where they won 23-17. In the game, Justin Jefferson had a great game with 4 catches for 133 yards and a touchdown, while Zach Wilson looked so good during this game. This might have been
Zach Wilson?
Yeah. Oh wait, no. Sorry, Sam Darnold. There's too many New York Jets quarterbacks.
Zach Wilson never looks good.
Too many New York Jets quarterbacks. Former quarterbacks.
But yeah, Sam Darnold looks good.
He is so good, honestly.
He's finally good.
Yeah, that was probably the best game he's ever had.
Who's the running back now? Isn't it?
Jordan Mason.
No? Wait.
Oh, for the Vikings?
Yeah.
Ty Chandler and Aaron Jones.
Yeah, Aaron Jones.
Ty Chandler led the team in rushing yards, though.
Yeah.
Because Aaron Jones had 39 yards.
Next, then we had the Seahawks versus the Patriots, which went to overtime. It was what?
23-20.
23-20.
Seahawks win.
Patriots offensive line looked good, only allowing 3 sacks. DK Metcalf and JSN went off, though, both having over 100 yards. DK had just a walking touchdown. It was so wide open.
Easy.
JSN, honestly, he could be a 2.
He is a 2, honestly. I think Tyler Lockett's moved to the 3 now.
Tyler Lockett's better than Metcalf, though.
Is he, though?
Yeah. He can have games where he's better. But he just doesn't.
He just goes to the ground immediately.
Well, because he doesn't want to get injured, so I respect it.
Yeah. That's how you get a long career.
Yeah.
And then the next game was Giants at the Commanders, where the Commanders pulled off a victory 21-18, where they didn't even score a touchdown. It is the first game in NFL history where a team has scored 3 offensive touchdowns, being the Giants, and didn't let up a touchdown, and still lost. So yeah, that just shows how much the Giants suck. But Malik Neighbors had a great day. It was, how many catches? 10 catches for 122 yards?
Yeah.
And a touchdown? Sounds about right.
Jaden Daniels isn't looking good.
Yeah. None of the rookie quarterbacks have thrown a touchdown so far.
I know. I don't know how I feel. Everyone's just a bust.
Absolutely.
Next we had Chargers versus Panthers. Panthers had 3, Chargers had 27. J.K. Dobbins looked great. Rushed for 131 yards for 17 carries and a touchdown.
Mm-hmm.
Just great. I don't know what he did, but he's just good.
He got me 22 fantasy points, honestly.
Same. He looks just incredible.
Absolutely.
Panthers are now benching Bryce Young.
Yeah.
Gosh. Who's it now? Andy Dalton?
Andy Dalton. QB1.
Yeah, gosh.
I mean, he did so good last year for him. He did better than Bryce Young did for him last year.
It's not that hard to do better.
That's true.
But Quentin Johnson finally showed up and had 5 catches and 51 yards and 2 touchdowns.
It's finally his time. This is his first good game, actually. Yeah. Is this his first NFL touchdown?
Maybe.
I wouldn't be surprised. He's finally showing some first-round talent, though. And then the next game was the Saints versus the Cowboys, where it was a blowout as the Saints won 44-19. Alvin Kamara, I think, had 4 offensive touchdowns. And Derek Carr had a pretty good game as well.
God, that, all they needed to do was pick up a new offensive coordinator.
And their team's just electric.
And now they're just great. Derek Carr's actually a quarterback. Alvin Kamara's actually a running back. What is happening?
And their defense is, gelling so well together.
Yeah. They look great, but Cowboys did not look great.
Yeah, I don't know what went on with them, honestly.
Dak just got his money and is just being a fraud.
Yeah. Dakota Prescott's a fraud.
Zeke looked a little bit good, though.
He was not even the leading rusher.
That's fine.
Rico
Zeke,
Dowdell was.
but it's Zeke, so you can just give him the pass.
That's true.
Um,
On to the next game.
Then we had Colts vs. Packers. Colts had 10. Packers won with 16. Who was their Malik Willis?
Yeah, Malik Willis.
Malik Willis looked great.
I think it was 12 for 14 through
Yeah.
there.
Josh Jacobs led the Packers to the win by rushing for 151 yards and 32 carries.
That's a lot of carries.
Anthony Richardson had 3 interceptions, but cost the Colts the game. AR's, he's good. He looked great last game.
Absolutely.
And then just didn't look as good.
Yeah, throwing the 3 picks really cost him.
And I think he's going to get an injury.
He always gets injured. I don't think he even had a full year in college.
Yeah, I don't know. Next, we had Browns versus Jaguars. Browns had 18, Jaguars had 13. Brian Thomas had another great performance off of 2 catches and 94 yards.
Also would like to highlight Calvin Ridley's performance. Didn't he have 2 touchdowns?
Yeah. Christian Kirk does not look good.
He had -1 yards, didn't he?
Yes. Gabe Davis does not look good. Etienne was not doing good.
He got me 14 fantasy points.
Just wasn't doing good. Trevor Lawrence, not doing good. Just Josh Allen. Sorry. Josh Hines.
Joshua Hines. Allen.
Joshua Hines Allen, sorry. He did not look good. I don't know what's wrong. We need to...
Get a new coach.
It's I don't know if Dan... No,
Dan Campbell.
Not Dan Campbell, sorry. I don't know if... Whatever his name is.
Urban Meyer.
No, what? I don't know. Urban Meyer. What? Doug Peterson.
Doug Peterson.
I don't think Doug's the problem. I don't know what our problem is. Because we did good with
Your
Doug.
offensive coordinator, maybe.
Press Taylor's terrible.
Is that your offensive coordinator?
Yes. I don't know why we just don't give Doug it.
Yeah, because a bunch of teams let their head coach be a coordinator.
Especially Doug. Why wouldn't you let Doug?
Exactly. He's a Super Bowl winning coach.
Yes. Give us the tush push, and then give us the Philly special.
Yeah.
But
Brian Thomas could probably chuck it.
No. But it's just, I don't know. Browns did not look good.
Their defense is what carried them to this
Yes,
win.
well, it's Myles Garrett.
I think Garrett got hurt during the game.
Oh. Deshaun Watson looks terrible.
He was their only offensive touchdown, though.
Amari Cooper did not look good.
Yeah, and that cost me in fantasy.
Same.
Then, anyways, next game was the Jets versus the Titans, where the Jets won 24-17. The Jets just show us that we have 2 good running backs now in Braylon Allen and Breece Hall. As Braylon Allen had 2 touchdowns, all-purpose, then Breece Hall had a receiving touchdown as well. And then Will Levis looked like a fraud again, threw a terrible behind the line of scrimmage pass that hit the ground, and I think the Jets picked it up.
Yeah, they did. But beginning of the match, defenses looked great.
Absolutely.
Titans' offense is terrible, but their defense, the little things they did over the offseason helped them so much. They look so good.
Calvin Ridley did.
Calvin was a bum. Will Levis, I don't know.
Calvin Ridley had 2 touchdowns.
Will Levis can throw. He just has no awareness.
100%. This is his second game where he did a costly turnover.
Yeah. Next we had Bucks and Lions. Bucks won with 20. Lions won with 6. Lost with 16.
Mm-hmm.
Amon-Ra led the Lions offense with 11 catches for 119 yards. Chris Godwin won the Bucks offense with 7 catches for 117 yards and a touchdown. Baker Mayfield just proving that he is an MVP caliber player. He probably will be the franchise player for the Bucks. I don't think they're going to get
Oh,
rid of him.
100%. I think that he's going to be there for a long time.
I think that's his whole career.
The Browns made a mistake getting rid of him.
Everyone has.
Yeah.
But Mike Evans did not look good.
Because Chris Godwin was in all the catches.
Yeah, just... Lions had a chance to win. I thought they were going to win at the very end.
Mm-hmm.
It just didn't look good. Didn't go well.
Yeah, and then, in my opinion, the biggest upset of the week, the Raiders versus the Ravens, where the Raiders won 26-23. And Gardner Minshew looked amazing as he threw for 276 yards and a touchdown to Devontae Adams.
I don't know what's up with the Ravens right now. They're just not looking good.
I mean, their defense looked great because they had like 5 sacks and intercepted Gardner Minshew.
Just the Ravens, they have no receivers.
They got Zay Flowers and that's it.
And I'm not even a big fan of Zay.
Yeah.
But they're just neither like Lamar and just Derrick Henry just aren't looking good either.
Yeah. And their tight ends are inconsistent.
Mike Andrews is like a linebacker at this point. He's not even a...
You mean offensive tackle?
Yeah. It's not looking good overall.
Yeah.
They'll still probably bounce back. I saw... It's like, for their conference, it's Steelers.
Yeah, Steelers are on top. Then Browns, Bengals, and Ravens are out last.
Do you ever think the Steelers would be leading that division ever?
Not in 2024.
No. Next we had Rams versus Cardinals. Cardinals had 41, Rams had 10. The whole Cardinals offense looked good as they scored 4 touchdowns. James Conner had 1, Marvin Harrison Jr. had 2, and Higgins had 1.
Elijah Higgins.
Yep. Kyler just showing that he is a great player. He just needed that team.
And didn't Cooper Kupp get hurt during the game?
Yeah, Cooper Kupp got hurt. He's going to be out a few weeks.
Yeah. So now they're down to like Tyler Johnson as their best receiver.
And Tutu Atwell.
Tyler Johnson, Tutu Atwell, and Colby Parkinson.
The Rams, they're not going to do good.
Yeah.
Aaron Donald leaving cooked them.
Absolutely.
But yeah.
Because their run defense is absolutely cooked. I think they've let up like 120 yards plus each week.
Yeah.
And so the next game was the Bengals versus the Chiefs. Chiefs, of course, win 26-25 because Mahomes had to have that final drive where he gets the W. The refs really helped the Chiefs in this game because Mahomes looked absolutely terrible. And I don't think they're gonna struggle with Isaiah Pacheco now being hurt and Hollywood Brown out for the entire season now. And the Bengals, which was a surprise, Mike Gesicki led the team in receptions with 7 catches for 91 yards.
Then we had Steelers versus the Broncos. Steelers won 13. Broncos had 6.
Mm-hmm.
Steelers defense looked great as they only had 2 interceptions and sacked Bo Nix twice.
Mm-hmm.
Broncos did not have a good run game as the run combined for 39 yards with 15 touches.
Yeah, that's not very good, honestly. That's like 1.3 yards per carry.
Yeah, it's just... Who is the Broncos running backs even though?
Javonte Williams and Jaleel McLaughlin.
So yeah, it's like... What do you expect?
Yeah.
I don't have much for that either.
I don't either. Then the Bears versus the Texans on Sunday Night Football, where the Texans won 19-13, and the Bears just couldn't get it done on offenses. Caleb threw 2 picks, and the offensive line allowed 7 sacks and 28 QB pressures. And then Nico Collins looked stellar with a 8-catch for 135-yard and a touchdown performance.
I mean, Texans are just great. If they don't get the Super Bowl this year, or just far in the playoffs. It's not gonna happen.
Yeah, and honestly, I thought the Bears' defense looked really good as well because they held Nico Collins to -3 yards, and they only allowed Stephon Diggs to get 37 yards.
Stephon did not look good this game, really.
I mean, he had 4 catches for 37 yards.
He just looked really held back.
Well, he was getting covered by the Bears' offense, their best corner.
Yeah.
Because last week he only let up 1 catch for -2 yards. So I guess Stephon did better than Calvin Ridley did last week. Or no, it wasn't Calvin. It was DeAndre Hopkins that he was covering.
D-Hop's out.
D-Hop's not out.
I thought he was out. I thought he was
No.
injured. Oh.
He's just getting limited touches.
I thought he was out till week 4.
No, he's got catches back-to-back games now.
Next, the unplayed match.
Yeah, we haven't seen this matchup yet.
Falcons versus the Eagles for the belt. I have I have Eagles winning, right?
Yeah, you have the Eagles winning.
I have it 28-20.
Yep, and I have the Eagles winning as well, 30-24.
Who's the Falcons receivers?
They got Drake London, Darnell Mooney, and
Yeah, it's just not good.
yeah.
My only problem is AJ Brown now being out, so
Yeah, I just feel like Saquon's just gonna take over, honestly.
yeah. The next, we're getting into
Injuries.
injuries for the NFL because there's a lot recently.
Yep. So Cooper Kupp has a ankle injury. Puka has a PCL sprain. Isaiah Pacheco has a fractured fibula. Tua Tagovailoa has a concussion. Evan Ingram has a hamstring injury. David Njoku has an ankle injury. Jake Ferguson has a knee injury. Terrell Bernard has a pectoral injury. Derek Brown has a knee injury that will probably keep him out for the rest of the year. Keenan Allen has a heel injury that he might be coming back from. T. Higgins has a hamstring injury. Amarius Mims has a pectoral injury. Mike McGlinchey has an MCL sprain. Jordan Love has an MCL sprain as well. Tyson Campbell has a hamstring injury. Hollywood Brown's out for the year with a shoulder surgery. John Johnson's also shoulder's hurt, and I think he's out for the year. Jordan Addison is dealing with an ankle injury. TJ Hawkinson has been dealing with a knee injury. That's why he's been out. Marshawn Lattimore has a hamstring injury, and Graham Gano hurt himself while he was warming up, and now has a hamstring injury as well. Jermaine Johnson has an Achilles injury and will probably be out for the rest of the season. AJ Brown has a hamstring injury. Juwan Bentley, who just got hurt, has a pectoral injury. Russell Wilson has a calf injury that he's expected to return soon from. Talanoa Hufanga has a knee injury. Christian McCaffrey has a calf injury. Ricky Pearsall, who got shot in the chest, has a chest injury. Kenneth Walker has an oblique injury. Vita Vea has an MCL sprain. Deebo Samuel has a calf injury. BJ Ujulari has a knee injury. Matt Milano has a bicep injury. Jonathan Brooks has an ACL injury that he's recovering from. Deron Bland has a foot injury. AJ Dillon has a neck injury that's keeping him out for the year. Samsung Ebukam has a Achilles injury. Bradley Chubb has a knee injury. JJ McCarthy has a knee injury as well. He's out for the year for. Christian Barmore has blood clots that are keeping him out for the year. Cole Strange has a knee injury. Kendrick Bourne has a knee injury. Ryan Ramczyk has a knee injury that's keeping him out for the year. Dre Greenlaw has a Achilles injury that he's recovering from. And Ambry Thomas has a forearm injury.
I mean, that's just so many injuries just this year, week 3.
Yeah, it's so early in the year, and we have like almost half the league's good players out.
Yeah, I don't know what's wrong this season.
Yeah.
I don't know what we're going to have to do to fix it.
Upgrade those fields.
I think it is the fields, honestly.
Because turf is like I don't know what the percentage is, but it's a higher injury chance than grass.
I think quarterbacks and running backs need to be wearing guardian caps.
100%.
If not running backs, QBs definitely need to be wearing that.
Yeah, after Tua's concussion, 100%.
I think they need to make that
mandatory.
Yeah. Because at least running backs, you make excuse to they're trained to like protect themselves. QBs aren't really.
Yeah.
They need to put guardian caps on them, update fields.
Which will cost them a lot of money, but if they want the game to keep continuing as good as it is, it is for the best.
This season's supposed to be one of the safest seasons we've had, with
All the hip drop tackle being banned.
and then the new kickoff.
Yeah, and
But it hasn't been working.
yeah, they just need to do even more protective.
I don't know. If it gets worse, but because we're bad right now we're this bad. Imagine how bad we're gonna be sooner.
Yeah.
It's not gonna be good.
I mean, some of those injuries on the list, though, aren't from football. Like Ricky Pearsall getting shot in the chest. And Jonathan Brooks was from last season where he tore his ACL.
Yeah, but still, a bunch of them are from this season. Or the
Yeah.
preseason. Most of them a bunch of them are just, like, football-related.
Yeah.
But, anyways, that's it for this episode, I think.
Yeah, that's it.
Next week, we'll do our usual. Is that bad board predictions? Or?
No, it's in like 2 weeks.
Okay. What do we have next week? Is it NXT?
No, I don't think so.
When's week 1 I'm at?
Huh?
Is NXT week 1 predictions going to be next week?
I don't know.
It's the 6th. Let me check that real quick.
Okay.
Well, is that, like, going to be big?
Yeah, it's gonna be a pretty big show.
Yeah, next week will be predictions for that.
Okay.
So we'll get that. And I'll probably we'll do football. And I'll figure out some other stuff out to do.
Yep.
But until next time, we'll catch you guys next take.
Peace.
Bye.